We are Andy and Adina Ott, and we are members of the tech team and calibration team of Lake County Lake Lovers for Lake Aldo, Leopold. We are also members of the Lake Committee in Prairie Crossing. This is our second year as part of the lake monitoring program through Lake County Lake Lovers, and we would love to share some updates regarding our lake's progress over the past year and a half. Lake Aldo Leopold is situated in the 30-year-old Prairie Crossing subdivision in Grays Lake. Our lake is part of 4 bodies of water that function primarily for stormwater retention, but also for recreational boating, fishing, swimming, and as an endangered fish habitat.
In spring of 2025, we joined Lake County Lake Lovers, began measurements with the ProDSS instrument, and collected water samples for phosphorus analysis. As the results came in, we developed a treatment plan that focused on reducing plant growth and phosphorus, especially near our beach and swimming area. We saw a marked improvement in water quality based on our treatments. By the fall of 2025, with the data we had gathered and with help from experts, we developed a model for our lake.
Rising water temperature is the leading indicator for subsequent chemical conditions, including decreased dissolved oxygen, decreased pH, increased soluble reactive phosphorus, and consequently affects biological conditions and the potential for a harmful algal bloom. We hypothesize that our lake is a closed system in which internal loading is most likely the primary mechanism adding nutrients to Lake Leopold, fueling plant and algae growth. Lake Leopold has limited sediment accumulation. It is at the top of a well-buffered watershed with no significant sources of soil runoff. Aquatic plants and algae decay are most likely the source of sediment. Our lake has 2 areas of concern for sediment buildup, which include the North Bay and the area around the island. Although the sediment phosphorus concentration may not be considered high relative to other lakes, it represents a significant source of potential phosphorus loading that can occur under anoxic conditions.
We presented to the Prairie Crossing community in October and proposed a plan and budget for 2026 based on the data. The plan includes continuing with monthly measurements and an annual maintenance plan to control algae, aquatic plants, and nutrients in selected areas, for example, the beach. Experimenting with treatments to the North Bay to understand how to improve dissolved oxygen levels and lock up phosphorus, and investigating Sanctuary Pond and its impact on Lake Leopold by capturing measurements coincident with rainfall events causing flows into the main lake.
Over the winter months, we took advantage of resources available to help with our lake goals. We applied for and received the Stormwater Management Grant to build a long-term lake management plan. We applied for and received an Illinois Lakes Management Association grant with which we purchased our own Van Doren sampler and wrote up our results and presented at the ILMA annual conference in Champaign in February. We demonstrated equipment use at the neighborhood annual meeting and expanded our lake committee with 4 new members who have helped with testing water quality, depth measurements, and contributed more voices to help with solving our ever-evolving lake issues.
In the spring, we finalized the treatment and measurement schedule and began sampling. We completed the first experimental treatment using Awasi schlicks and CDOCs. This summer, we continue to collect data, but our treatment looks promising so far. We hope to use our results to expand the treatment to other areas of the lake and investigate and characterize the lake chemistry in Sanctuary Pond, the main feed into Lake Leopold. We are in the process of improving access to enable future monitoring.
Our lake has benefited in many ways far beyond the data collection as a part of Lake County Lake Lovers. We are part of a growing community of lakes where we can share data and treatment strategies. We've also learned about and taken full advantage of resources to help us understand our lake and develop our lake management plan. Looking back over the past 18 months, we see that managing our lake takes a team of interested folks who are willing to learn and follow an iterative process, cycling through gathering data, sharing out, and implementing treatment strategies. We would be glad to share information with others who may be experiencing similar challenges. You can learn more by visiting lakecountylakelovers.org.